Life is ever-changing, full of challenges and hardships. But one thing remains constant. The only thing we can control is ourselves. Amidst the endless pressure, stress, and challenges, feeling tired or overwhelmed is not uncommon. It is a clear sign of the constant change of the modern world. These difficulties, in fact, are not unexpected. They will come without asking permission, without knocking on the door before entering your life. They sweep through you like a storm, turning everything upside down, making you feel like you are being sucked into a spiral with no way out. You are not alone in this feeling. We have all experienced it. And in the midst of these difficult times, when the world seems to be shrinking, the question arises in our minds: how can I continue? This question was asked by the Stoics thousands of years ago. In times of chaos, surrounded by uncertainty, injustice, and pain, they did not sink into despair. Instead, they chose to rise above, to find ways to face and overcome difficulties. They created tools, frameworks of thinking that helped them navigate through the storms of life. These tools are not empty theories for scholars, but practical lessons imbued with humanity. They left us with mantras, simple but profound reminders, like guiding lights in the dark nights of life. What is special about these mantras is their simplicity. They do not promise to erase pain, but they give us ways to face, to endure, and to grow. Whether you are dealing with the sadness of a breakup, uncertainty at work, or grappling with a major loss, Stoic wisdom can give you the clarity and strength to cut through the noise and find your core values in life. In today's video, we explore 3 Stoic mantras that can change your life. Memento Mori, remember that you will die. Amor Fati, love your fate. And the principle of distinguishing between what you can control and what you cannot. Each of these mantras contains timeless wisdom, and their relevance to today's world is astonishing. Let's dig deeper into these principles and discover how they can help us weather the storms that life throws at us. The Stoics didn't promise an easy life, but they did give us the tools to live better and even emerge stronger from adversity. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on valuable videos like this one. Let's begin our journey to Stoic wisdom. 1. Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. We all have our own lives, our own destiny, but we all have the same endpoint: death. Although we cannot escape the call of death, do we need to fear it? As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and great philosopher, once wrote, "Man should not fear death, but rather fear not knowing how to live." This quote offers a profound insight into the relationship between death and how we live. Death is not something to be feared, but a reminder of the preciousness of each moment. Memento Mori is not a threatening warning, but a compass to help us find our way. It asks us to eliminate the unimportant, to focus on what truly matters. If we were all more aware of the fragility of life, perhaps we would live more carefully, cherishing every moment more. Just think, how many times have you spent hours worrying about things that are not worth it? Deadlines, unrealistic perfections, worries about things that will be forgotten in a year. Memento Mori reminds us that time is limited, and life never allows us to go back and fix it. When regret creeps into our minds with missed opportunities, roads not taken, Memento Mori is a reminder that every moment is a new opportunity. Don't let the past dominate the present. Death is not something to be feared, but an urge to live fully. Instead of worrying about things that cannot be changed, ask yourself, what can I do with the time I have left? Life, like an hourglass, is constantly passing by. Each grain of sand that falls is a moment that cannot be recovered, but each grain that stands on top is your future. Seneca, one of the Stoics, once said, "Let us prepare our minds as if we were at the end of our lives. Each day balance the book of life. He who daily puts his life in order never lacks time." These words emphasize that time is not infinite, and if we live each day with the awareness of death, we will learn to cherish each moment, not to waste it on meaningless things. Imagine a crowd cheering as a victorious general returns. The grandeur of glory surrounds them, but behind them, a servant quietly whispers, "Memento Mori," reminding us that no matter how high we climb, death is always present, regardless of class or success. This mantra is not meant to belittle success, but to keep us humble and aware. In this modern society, we live in an endless sea of information, caught up in constant distractions. Our time seems to be consumed by social media, where we are immersed in virtual worlds, in meaningless comparisons, or chasing numbers on the screen. Likes, comments, recognition from others. With each passing day, we are more and more caught up in the never-ending race for success and prominence, sometimes forgetting that those things are not the most important thing. But when you look back at your life at the end of the journey, will you still remember the hours spent in those comparisons? Will you still remember the endless competition for illusory achievements that you never really wanted, just to chase the recognition of others? Memento Mori. Remember that you will die is a profound reminder that our time is limited, and what really matters in life is not numbers or embellished images on the internet, but genuine relationships, precious life experiences, and small but meaningful moments that we spend with ourselves and those around us. Being present in the important moments, connecting with loved ones, and living fully with true passions is what makes life worth living. Memento Mori reminds us to let go of useless distractions, return to our core values, and be true to ourselves. Only when we realize that time is limited can we begin to live a full, meaningful, and regret-free life. So if today were your last day, how would you spend it? Not a long to-do list, but small, meaningful moments. A conversation with a loved one, a passion project you've been putting off, or simply a quiet moment of gratitude. Memento Mori isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to inspire you. Let this question guide your decisions. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you putting off important things because you think there's always more time? Stoicism is not about fearing death, but about using the certainty of death as motivation to live a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. Spend each day taking small, meaningful actions to honor what matters most to you. Ultimately, Memento Mori reminds you that life is happening right now. Don't let time pass you by without appreciating its value. Time passes quickly, and that's what makes each moment so precious. Live fully and make each moment a gift. 2. Amor Fati, love your fate. A short phrase, but it contains a philosophical depth that can change the way we look at life. In fact, Amor Fati is not only accepting all challenges, but also an attitude of loving what life brings, from suffering to happiness, from failure to success. Every day, whether happy or sad, is an opportunity to grow and mature. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not the events that make us miserable, but the way we evaluate them." This reminds us that in life, every moment can bring value if we know how to change our approach. Imagine you are facing a difficult situation, a job that is canceled, a failed project, or a broken relationship. The truth is, it is an opportunity for you to step up, practice your courage, and understand yourself better. Amor Fati is an invitation to not only accept, but also love every challenge that life throws at you, because it is these challenges that help you become a stronger version of yourself. Let me tell you the story of a man who fell into despair after his company went bankrupt. He had it all, from a brilliant career to fulfilling relationships. But failure came unexpectedly. Everything he had built suddenly collapsed, and a feeling of hopelessness began to take over his mind. Instead of being immersed in grief and resentment, he decided to change the way he viewed this event. He realized that this failure was not the end of his life, but could be an opportunity for him to start over, to learn and grow stronger. Amor Fati is not a vague consolation, but a way for you to find strength in your weakest moments. He learned to see failure not as an end, but as a redirection to new opportunities that he had not previously recognized. In fact, every difficulty, big or small, can become a part of the great path you are on. A chance encounter, a change of job, or even frustrating moments like being stuck in traffic can become an opportunity for you to find yourself again, to learn patience, or simply listen to a podcast you love. Amor Fati is about transforming the inevitable into your own power, to live your truth and live fully as yourself. Life is not always easy, but if you can love your destiny, no challenge can bring you down. Sometimes, loving your destiny is not about accepting the wonderful things it brings, but accepting the pain, the disappointments, the stumbles on the path you have chosen. When you understand and respect yourself, you will realize that no matter how difficult life is, you can still find meaning and growth from it. Remember, Amor Fati is not about seeking perfection or avoiding difficulties, but about loving and appreciating life with all that it brings. So live with all your passion and determination, not because you are looking for a perfect life, but because you understand that every moment, whether difficult or happy, is a precious part of the journey you are on. Love your destiny is an attitude of accepting life with all that it contains, both suffering and happiness, joy. Above all, accept and love yourself because you deserve it. Live your own brilliant life, no need to be like anyone else. 3. Dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can control. In life, we are often faced with things we cannot control, and these factors are often the source of much anxiety and stress. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not the events that make us miserable, but the way we perceive them." This means that, whether you are faced with unexpected or difficult situations beyond your control, such as a difficult boss, a failed project, or a sudden pandemic, how you react to them is the determining factor in your peace of mind. The dichotomy of control is a powerful philosophy that helps us understand that there are things we cannot change, but there are always things that we can completely control, which are our actions and attitudes. Life is full of unpredictable and uncontrollable events. We may encounter a difficult boss, unfriendly colleagues, or unexpected situations such as epidemics or economic recessions. These will certainly make us feel confused and frustrated. For example, you decide to start a business, invest time and effort into a project, but suddenly an event beyond your control, such as COVID-19, occurs and disrupts all your plans. You may feel cheated by the situation and blame yourself for not predicting this. Imagine you have to make an important decision: choose a new job, buy a house, or start a project. You may seek advice from friends, family, or even information on the internet. After deciding, you put your faith in your choice and tell yourself, "This is the right decision, I will persevere and do it." But if the outcome doesn't turn out as expected, you may feel disappointed, blame yourself, and think, "If only I had chosen differently." The reality is that the outcome isn't always in your control, but how you deal with it is. This is where the dichotomy of control comes in. You can't control the outcome, but you can control how you react, how you learn, and how you move forward. True power lies in the ability to stay calm and proactive in unpredictable situations. To really apply this philosophy to your life, try a simple exercise. List all the things that are stressing you out, from minor annoyances to major worries. Then ask yourself, can I control this? If the answer is no, let it go and stop wasting energy on it. For the things you can control, focus your energy on them. Whether it's improving your personal skills, nurturing your relationships, or acting on the values you believe in. For example, my friend Alex, when he was rejected from his dream job, instead of letting the failure consume him, decided to focus on improving himself. After a while, he found a better job where he was recognized and used to his full potential. Alex's story is a clear example that, while you can't control other people or outcomes, you can always control how you react and grow as a person. The dichotomy of control not only reduces stress, but it also gives you freedom. When you let go of the things you can't control, you have the space to focus on the actions, decisions, and attitudes that you can control. Remember, life is full of storms, but only when you accept and let go of what you cannot change can you overcome them with true strength and freedom. Together, we have explored 3 powerful philosophies to help us thrive in a challenging life. Memento Mori. Remember that you will die reminds us to cherish every moment because time is the only thing we cannot get back. Amor Fati. Love your fate teaches us to accept and love everything, including suffering, because they are important steps in the journey of maturity. And finally, dichotomy of control. Focus on what you can control helps us understand that happiness does not come from what we cannot change, but from how we face and act in the face of challenges. Life will always have its ups and downs, but when you learn to remember that time is precious, love your destiny, and focus only on what you can change, you will find immense strength to overcome any difficulty. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Every challenge is an opportunity for you to grow and become stronger. Live fully, love yourself, and never give up. Let these philosophies guide you through any storm. Life is yours. Own it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos where we will explore more secrets to living a more meaningful and powerful life.